Hello out there in Bassland. It's Jeff from jeffrey-thomas.com, and I'm going to go ahead and preview through my bass tab for Respect by Aretha Franklin. So make sure you're following the link in the description to the tablature on my website, and here we go. I'll take it a little bit slower than tempo, starting with the intro. So ready, go. Verse. Chorus. Back up to the verse. Chorus. Okay, so the structure of the tune is pretty cool. And definitely on page 2, I have the bridge notated where the saxophone solo is. That's an interesting change there that they go to. But anyway, focusing on page 1, your intro is kind of just working off of you're going back and forth from C to F7. And then if you look up in the chord diagrams that I wrote in the tablature, I wrote 2 chord voicings that you could plug in if you wanted to. Here's a C, and here's an F7. So if you wanted to be, badass, you could mix those chords in, like you could go. You could mix it in. I've seen bass players, hotshot bass players, do all kinds of stuff. So anyway, I wanted to write some chord voicings because a lot of my students are into like learning chord shapes that'll work on the bass. And obviously you're not going to voice them the same way that you would for the guitar necessarily. Anyway, the structure on the verse, if you look at the third line, that third line repeats, then you drop down to the fourth line, which is still part of the verse. Then you hit the chorus. Now the chorus has endings 1, 2, 3 on it, so that means you're going to be playing the verse, going to chorus the first time, back up to the verse, playing the chorus the second time, back up to the verse, playing the chorus the third time. And then at that point you would jump over to page 2. There is a DSL coda on this tune as well. Licks, as usual, you're best off learning how to count. So I'll count through the intro for you, nice and slow. Ready, go. 1, 2 E and a 3 E and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that little E flat right there is pretty cool. So we've got a quarter note right on beat 1. Beat 2 is a dotted 8th note to a 16th note. 2 E and a third beat. Hammer on from 3 to 5. 3 E and 3 E and. That kind of rhythmic figure is used a lot in the tune. It's used here, and it's also used up here, right? And then back to the first measure, we've got 4 and, okay? Then when you hit your F7, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're going to need to watch those ties. I'm using, my system of notation is basically following the rules of music. I mean, ultimateguitartab.com, dude, I don't know. So you want to leave all of the rhythmic information out of the tablature. What do you have? You're already missing the notes, and you're using numbers instead of notes. So I think it all kind of points to where you want to learn how to count. I mean, if you're going to avoid notes, you'd better darn sure be working on your counting. especially with this tune. Okay, that's my speech. I hope this was a good walkthrough on the tune, and you've got a good start. If you want the rest of the tune, just go ahead and send in your email, and I'll throw the remaining pages off to you. Okie doke. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.